Most people know Viking Restoration DKI for their fire restoration, but they actually do a lot more than that. We're going to talk with Tony and find out what else he's got up his sleeve. Tony, how are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you again. All right, so fire is something that you guys are well known for. You can come in and remediate any fire damage, but also, what are some of the other things that you focus on?
Well, in this particular fire loss here, there was also water damage that came in from the roof and from the fire department, flooding it with water to put the fire out.
Right, okay, so not only do you have to come in and scrub it out and get the fire damage gone, but then the water, how do you get that water out of this house?
Well, if we can get to it quick enough, within a 24-hour period, if it's a clean water source, we can set up sophisticated drying equipment like we have in place here,
right? Which
we have an LGR 2000, a low-grain refrigerant dehumidifier, and the inject-to-dry floor drying and wall drying system.
What about if it gets in the walls or gets in anywhere else? What do you do with that?
With the proper equipment, the inject-to-dry, we can inject-to-dry the air right into the wall cavities, and the dehumidifiers will pull the moisture out of the air.
If for whatever reason there's water damage, maybe your pipes broke and you don't find it until much later, that can cause some other real problems.
Yeah, if you don't get to within like 24 to 48 hours, under the right heat situation, you could develop a mold issue in the home.
Well, luckily, Viking Restoration DKI also handles that. I understand you have another project we're going to check out.
Yes, we have a job over in Portland that we're doing some ductwork cleaning as a result of mold.
All right, let's go take a look.
Right.
All right, Tony, mold. This place had it. You got it all out. What happened here?
Well, in this particular property, they had a water damage that completely saturated the carpet. And because of the amount of time that it sat before anybody noticed the issue, it became a mold problem.
Okay. Now I saw that you guys have an interesting way of getting rid of mold. It's called ice blasting. So maybe walk us through that.
Well, not in this particular project, but another project that we have. Attic mold became a problem, and instead of removing the plywood from the roof, we actually used ice blasting as a medium to remove that spore growth from the roof sheathing.
And that's dry ice, right?
Correct.
All right, so these are microscopic spores that can get in air ducts. So you have to blow these out as well?
Yeah, at the end of the job, when there's ductwork involved, that is the final thing that you would do on the project, would be to clean the ductwork.
So Tony, how do you know that you found all these invisible things?
Well, at the end of the job, when the job is completely done, what we do is we bring in an industrial hygienist, and they'll test everything, the air, the surface samples that where we remove the mold to make sure that the mold is gone.
So whether it's fire, it's water, it's mold, you got to act quick on this kind of stuff.
Yes, you do. If you don't act right away, you could have a mold problem.
All right. Well, Tony, it's great to see you again.
All right.
Thanks. Viking Restoration DKI, whether it's for fire, wind damage, water, whether it's mold, call these guys up. They not just restore your property, but they can restore your life. Check them on the web at vikingrestoratondki.com.